A claps.
What's poppin', chicken tenders? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I am here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4, Episode 27 review. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only and not to be taken seriously. So if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. So unfortunately, my DVR player did not record like the first 11 minutes of the episode. So I came in on the part where they were at the beach and Martell was showing Melody old family photos that he had stored in his phone. And she was like, oh, much like the ones you be sending me and stuff like that. And of course, he didn't want to talk about that. So he ran off and got into the ocean. And she was looking like, yeah, exactly. She was like, he keep on like trying to flirt with me and play on nostalgic memories, but none of that is gonna work. We are over, we are done, we are divorced. It is finito, finish, homeboy. Ain't nothing ever getting us back together again. Okay, I need for you to just cut it out. Your time is up. Deal with it, son. So the Scotts arrive and Tisha compliments Mel on her braids. She was like, I like your braids, Mel. I ain't never seen you with no braids before. And Martell was like, yeah, she look good with them, don't she? And she was like, Mel was like, well, let me go change them real quick. And everybody was just standing there looking like, oh, Lord. But I'm just like, yeah, she looked nice with him. And it's nice that you complimented her. But at the same token, in his confessional, he gonna say that the only reason why she got braids is because they daughter got braids. And she know he liked to see they daughter in braids. So that's why she got him, because he like braids. That nigga will try to make 1 + 1 = 3 and it don't. To like Martell, that lady wasn't been more thinking about you liking braids, child. No, stop trying to make fetch a thing. Nobody is thinking about you, sir. She don't want you. She don't. So Mel in her confessional was like, her attitude changed because the Scott showed up and Martell invited them without asking her. And that was quite rude. This is not your trip. You didn't pay for anything. You were in fact invited. So how the hell you gonna then invite somebody else to swing through? Like, yeah, they not staying, but still, I don't fuck with these people like that. So why in the hell would you invite them into my space? Like, think about somebody else outside of yourself, sir. And this is part of the reason why I don't fuck with you and why we're not together. They go inside the house and Tisha was like, it's like back in the day, this the Mel and Martell we're used to, and just making all these comments about them being together or getting back together. And I'm like, why are y'all doing this? Why? It's not happening. They are divorced for a reason. Stop bringing that shit up. That shit is annoying as hell. Mel was trying, to ignore the situation. She just, at the kitchen island cutting up some watermelon and eating. I guess she figured, let me keep something in my mouth so I won't slip up and say some shit I don't need to be saying. And here go a big ass argument that will ensue. So let me just keep on stuffing my face with watermelon, child. Then Tisha brings up the topic about how it takes, a village to, raise children. And Mel was like, Martell don't believe in it. And he just sitting there with that goofy ass look on his face. And Mel was like, in her confessional, she feels like Martell doesn't like other people to be around their kids because it takes away any control that he might have. And I felt like that played into the fact that he doesn't like her brother and his husband to be around their kids or whatever. He wants to, he always says, well, if you doing something, you can always call me and I'll take the kids. And it's because he doesn't want the kids around her brother or whatever, I guess because his sexuality and stuff like that. And I just feel like he is just such a dweeb. Like, I cannot stand this man. Like, and I agree with Mel 100% that it is always about control with Martell. So Martell then says, y'all gotta go. Mel acting different. Yeah, duh, she acting different because motherfuckers keep on bringing up shit about us being back together, and then you invited these people on my vacation that I don't fuck with, and you didn't even fucking ask me. So yeah, my attitude has changed. It has shifted, sir. You should have thought about that. So they sitting down talking still, and Mel was like, we had fun on the golf court earlier, and Tisha was like, alone? And she was like, no, never alone. Like, stop, please. And Martell sitting there looking all sad and shit, like a lost puppy, all in his fifis and shit. And I'm just looking at everybody like, y'all all messy. Y'all all fucking messy. Like, cause Tisha, why would you think that they was in the fucking golf court alone? Like, stop. Ugh, just stop. I would have went outside with my kids. Fuck that. I wouldn't even sit there and try to make, conversation, because that would have annoyed the shit out of me. So then they start playing the game about who does what. And so the Scotts have Martell and Mel turn their chairs where their backs are facing each other, and then they gotta answer questions. Basically the newlywed game, but these motherfuckers ain't together, child. Now when the game started, I'm sitting here like, this is a horrible idea. Oh, this is a horrible idea. An argument is about to ensue. But surprisingly, they were able to get through the game with nobody being scathed. Martell had the nerve to say that he was the one that loved the hardest. You was the one that loved the hardest, sir? Excuse you? Like, please, run that back. I'm so happy Mel didn't even take the bait on that, because, like, child, if that's what you believe, then you go right ahead on and believe that dumbass shit, because ain't no way in hell that anybody in this room believes that bullshit. The Scotts end up playing, and damn near every question that was asked to them, Tisha was the one that did it. Who make the kids food? Tisha. Who pick up the kids? Tisha. Who love the kids? Tisha. Who play with the kids? Tisha. Only question was like, do the kids think is the coolest or the fun parent, was like Marsau, I think. But everything was Tisha. And honestly, I would have been fucking embarrassed while they was sitting up here laughing. Like, ain't nothing about that cute. The fact that you're the one that does everything when it comes to your kids, and this man don't really play no role in these kids' life. And you don't think that that's going to affect them kids when they get older? They're going to be like, yeah, my mama did everything. My daddy didn't really do shit. Like, my daddy didn't really fuck with us like that. Like, kids pay attention to all of that. Like, that's a problem, Tisha. That is a problem, ma'am. That needs to be addressed immediately. Okay? But I will say that it was nice to see them all getting along, being able to laugh and talk and have a conversation with each other. And, it be an adult conversation, even though there was some little shady moments and, little trigger words and stuff being thrown around. I was very happy and pleased to see that they could sit down, the four of them, and get along like they used to. And I was very proud of Mel. I really was proud of Mel to see that, yeah, I don't fuck with y'all, but I can still sit down, laugh and kiki with you and not fuck with you. And more people should be able to do that. I wish more people would be able to do that. Would I be able to do it? No. Because if I don't like you, I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. Then we move on to Kimmy. She and Maurice are at their home, and, with her having to do chemotherapy and radiation, she has decided that she is going to cut her hair off on her own, because it's something that she could control in this whole process and situation. With chemotherapy, 9 times out of 10, your hair is going to fall out. And as you can see in this photo, Kimmy had a head full of beautiful hair. You can tell this is something that she needed to do to, like she said, have control and to liberate herself. And Maurice is weary. Like, he was looking like, fuck. Like, it's obvious he didn't want her to cut her hair. But what could he say? This is her hair, her body, her choice and everything. She invites her girlfriend over for strength and support. And, everybody is there while the beautician is cutting her hair off. And, they're, saying it's just hair. It'll grow back. And we see the process of Kimmy's hair being cut off. And, it's a lot for her to take, and the girl did a really good job on her hair. And Maurice, shaved her back down and lined her up. And the girl, put some natural curls into her hair with her own hair. And I think she looked beautiful. She looked gorgeous with it, but you could tell it was a big change for Kimmy. And, she got emotional and she cried, and the beautician cried, and her best friend cried. And, but everybody was hyping her up and telling her how good she looked. Maurice was telling her how good she looked. But you can tell for her, it just wasn't her. She likes her hair to be longer. I've never been one of those people, however, that has been attached to my hair. As you can see, I walk around with a buzz cut right about now. But for those of you that are new to the T Squad, before I went, with my Amber Rose buzz cut, my hair was in the middle of my back. I've had short hair, I've had long hair, I've had weave, ponytails, braids. I've had every hairstyle imaginable in my lifetime. I've never been attached to hair because, like they said, it will grow back. So hair was never a big thing to me. And even when my doctors were saying that I might have to do chemotherapy, and I was like, well, shit, I don't give a damn. I ain't got no hair, no way. But I want to ask this question to you all. Are you all attached to your hair? Would losing your hair do anything to your psyche, your self-esteem? I want to know, are you attached to your hair? And I was really shocked that Kimmy took it so bad, because I'm like, we don't even ever see your real hair. All y'all wear wigs. So it was just like, what's the big hoopla? I just never understood that, because I'm like, you ain't gonna do nothing but put a wig on anyway. So I don't know, but let me know how you all feel about your hair. Back in Destin, we see Martell and Marsau play pool with each other alone, while Tisha and Mel are still downstairs in the living room area talking. So Marsau asks, how did they get to where they are now, considering the last time they were all together in Vegas, it was a disaster. It was World War III between Martell and Melody. And so Martell was like, she had the time she needed to go through the pain, and, I did too. Like, they had to process everything. Like, you just can't, after getting divorced and having the type of relationship and ending that they had, you just not going to bounce back and be able to co-parent and be around each other and it be all Gucci. No, they did need time apart to heal, to process things. And I don't even think that today they're both even still really, truly 100% healed from everything. You can't be healed from something like that fast, with everything that they went through. Child, it's how long have they been separated? Well, divorced, been apart from each other now. I think it's been 2 going on 3 years at this point. Child, it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute to deal with that shit. But I don't believe that Mel wants to be with him anymore. But as far as the anger there, I do think that there is still some anger there on her side. And, I think that that's justifiable. I think that there is regret on his side. I think that there is still anger and pain and disbelief that she truly does not fuck with me no more and does not want with me, and that she left me and stayed the fuck gone. I honestly think that Martell never thought that she would actually leave him for real. And it fucked him up mentally. Tisha and Mel, like I said, are downstairs talking. And Tisha asks Mel, what made you ask Martell to, come on this trip? And Melody was like, I had to get to a space where I can have people in my space and, me not, be mad and angry and all of that stuff. And she just goes on to detail how, it took time for her, to get there. She had to heal and all of that type of stuff. Then we go back upstairs to Marsau, and he asked Martell, would he do anything different? And Martell was like, I accepted things I did in the past. I came to the realization that she probably checked out of our relationship a long time ago because of the things I was doing. I was pointing the finger at her, and I had to have done something for her not to, cook, and for her to, stop having sex with me and stuff. And I'm like, duh. Like, you just not coming to that realization that when she stopped doing those things, it's because she was feeling some type of way. She was being not fulfilled in certain ways in y'all marriage, and that she was growing tired of the games and the lies. When we as women stop fucking you, we stop giving a damn, we stop arguing with you, we stop doing all that shit, we are slowly but surely detaching our hearts from you and getting our mind strong enough to leave your ass. So I'm just shocked that it took him this long to realize that. But then again, this is Martell. This is Martell, aka Dumbo. Back downstairs, Tisha asks Melody, what were some of the things or the steps that you took to get to this place? And Mel was like, I spent time with myself. I had to really learn how to be by myself, deal with myself, love myself, and all these different things. And so Tisha in her confessional says, I hope this alone time has brought Mel the peace she's looking for. But I don't know. Mel is good at portraying what she wants you to see. You never know what the real truth is. And sometimes she's so good at portraying things that she fools herself. And I said, what? I'm like, That's really what you got out of what that lady said, that you think that she might be lying and fronting? Fronting for who? For you? For the world? That she's in a better place and that she's at peace? That's obvious with the way that she moves. I feel like you're projecting your own situation on to her because you're the one that's over there living a lie and faking and fronting like you happy and everything is all good, and it's not. And I firmly believe in that moment that Tisha was jealous of the place that Melody is in her life because she does not have the strength nor the willpower to stand up for herself and put her foot down in her own marriage. Cause I'm like, that was some hater shit to me. That was some hater ass shit for her to say that in her confessional. And I was like, and then you wonder why she don't fuck with you. You wonder why she don't fuck with you. You wonder why. Girl, okay, whatever. So back upstairs, Martell says to Marsau, I don't think that she knows how much I regret what I did, but I don't want her to think I'm trying to get her back. Nigga, yes, you are. You are trying to get her back. Anytime you get the chance to flirt with her, bring up the past, whatever, you still calling, texting her, singing her songs and shit. Even right now today, while you still over there pretending to be with Sheree the bodybuilder, her Bob the Builder looking ass, you still want to be with her. You still do. So stop fronting. So Marsau was like, how do you feel about you dating and Mel dating? Cause that day is going to come. And Martell was like, it's going to happen eventually. I trust that Mel has a good judge of character if she going to bring somebody around our kids. Nigga, you so motherfucking cap. You so damn cap. And I was so happy that Marsau said this in his confessional. He said, on the surface, Martell's temperament doesn't seem as though he could take Mel dating someone, but it's nothing like seeing your ex move on and them being in a happy, productive relationship that allows you to self-reflect, because the idea that you can't find somebody else is an endearing thought. That shit just ain't true. The truth is they can find someone else and will find someone else. And I wish he would have said that to Martell's face instead of saying that in a confessional, because that was some of the realest shit I've heard Marsau say on this show since he's been on this show. Because Martell talks a good game. He talks a great game. And he has seen her with another guy. And we saw or heard about how he reacted when he saw her out with somebody else, going over to their table, filming them, acting a fool and all types of shit. When Mel gets into a serious relationship, that nigga is going to flip. He's going to lose his fucking mind. He's going to lose his mind. I don't give a fuck who he in a relationship with. That nigga could be married to 4-5 bitches. He's going to lose his shit to see that lady happy and in love with somebody else, and to have another man around his kids in the same house as his kids, being able to wake up, go to sleep with his kids, something that he can't do anymore, that he still wishes he could do. Girl, please. Girl, please. Please. And I'm happy that Mel is doing things the way that she is. That she's not rushing herself to be in another relationship to prove that she can move on or whatever. Because so many people think that having a man in your life is the end all be all, and that is the icing on the cake. And like, girl, please, let me tell you something. Child, it's so much more out here in life than having a fucking man. Girl, bye. So Mel says that, she's dating, but marriage isn't a must for her anymore. And I was like, girl, let me tell you something. Like I just said, when you have gone through the shit that lady has gone through, hell, even with myself, the shit that I have gone through, and when you get to that point in your life where you have done the work on yourself, you've taken the time to really truly heal your spirit and your heart and your emotions, you grow as a woman, you understand what you will and will not accept. And then the best thing ever is when you have found peace of mind and peace in your home, especially after you just came out of a traumatic experience where you constantly arguing and fighting and crying about a nigga. And when you finally have a home that you can go to and it is peaceful and yours, you will do any and everything in your power to protect your peace at all counts. Okay. And then especially when you are being blessed abundantly, spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, you getting a coin on your own. You ain't got to split it with nobody. Conference about, can I spend this? Can I do that? No. No. So I fully get where Mel is at in her life, where I don't need to be married again. As long as I am in a relationship where I'm being respected and, treated well and loved, we don't need that marriage certificate. No. Absolutely not. So Marsau says to Martell, what is ideal for you and Mel moving forward? And Martell says, that we continue to put the kids first, because right now they're on, stars. They're on cloud 9, seeing them be together as a family. And Marsau was like, but do you think that they have hope, seeing you guys together? And he was like, we've talked to them and, we just gonna handle it as, it comes. So then we see Martell in his confessional, and he says that, I should have been more patient. We would have still been together. And he's sitting there looking like he about to cry, and he walks off. Child, goodbye, sir. I want to say to you guys that I have added a bunch of new products to my Amazon storefront. You guys are always asking me where I get some of my clothes, where some of the things in my house are from. And majority of the time, 9 times out of 10, they are from Amazon. So I have linked everything to my Amazon storefront. So the link is down below in the description box. Go check out all of the goodies I have on there. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video, like it, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. Overall, I'm going to give tonight's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville a B minus. We got next week's episode, and then I think we have one more episode after that. Thank God Almighty, I'm ready for this to be over. And then we have the reunion. Oh God, I'm tired already. Thank you guys for watching this video once again. I love you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.